right? Okay. So, introduction. The 21st century learner. Who is the 21st century learner? Now, in those days, probably when we were much younger, and then to inspire continuous personal and professional growth. Because for you to be a successful teacher and to make impact in the life of today's learners, you have to continuously grow as a teacher. You can't remain static. You can't be where you used to be when you started teaching 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You have to keep evolving, keep learning new things, improving yourself. That's why this topic is key, and I'm glad we are starting with it. Because we need, for you to be a successful teacher, you really need to figure out, you really need to know and understand who the learner is. If you must make impact in any child, you have to understand that child, and that is where we are going to this morning. So what's the objective of the lesson, of this training today? Very simple, just to equip teachers with knowledge, strategies, and tools to meet the needs of today's learners and inspire continuous personal growth. The learner is quite exposed. We are supposed to be exposed so that you can meet the needs of these learners. Now, when the needs of these learners are not met, you know, see, that's where you see frustration in class. That's when you see destructive behaviors in class. You begin to notice that these learners in class, because the teacher that they have in the class is not tech-driven, is not information-filled, is not rich in information, doesn't know much about technology, is not confident because you were not trained that way, because you were not taught it that way, and you have decided to remain in that field, in that world. You see, there's a lot of disruption in class. You see, that's where teachers are struggling with classroom management and control. The reason you see a lot of misbehavior in class is because some teachers have refused to grow. And I want to believe that everyone here is ready to grow, ready to learn, ready to unlearn. So the learner of 21st century is very bold, is very confident. So when a learner stands up in class and asks you a question, don't get offended. When they question your teaching, don't be offended. That's the word that we are into. Don't be angry. Answer them, attend to them. And that's why you need to also, upgrade yourself so that you know what is obtainable in the 21st century as a teacher. Because if you do not understand, you will be frustrated even as a teacher. You're working but you're not happy with your profession. Because you do not understand how that learner learns. Sometimes when they talk to you in the class and say, so you say, shut up, sit down. Why will you talk to me like that? Don't you understand? No. So they are tech savvy in nature and they are very comfortable with devices. When you give them smartphone, laptop, anything, you see them, they use it and you wonder how. So they are not even use it anywhere, but you just magically you see them operating it and what is happening? How did they get to know about all of this? It's the world. So they are very comfortable with devices. Some of us were still struggling with some technology up till now, right? Yes. So, but with them, it's not anything. They can operate anything. Just name it, anything that's technology. Give them AC, take them anywhere. Lift, just take them anywhere. You see them use anything and everything without being afraid. They are comfortable. And then you have multitaskers and visual learners. They multitask.
I discovered that most times when I pair them with a stronger person in maths, they do better. Even during the examination, I noticed that even those ones that were, not that they've not gotten there yet, but there was a better improvement compared to last time. Maybe when I explain and then they're interacting with their classmates, I see that some of them feel more comfortable asking them, okay, how did Ms. Glory say we should do this? I thought I would have a better way of explaining it. So I discovered that when I apply this group work and present, I do it like once every week. Even though they want to tell you, Ms. Glory, let's do group work now, please let's pair. In that way, those ones that are comfortable, they will help the weaker ones. Then
children and you find out that these children want to evolve, they want to do something new. They just don't want to do the traditional teaching in the classroom, always doing they just want to try something new. So when you introduce game into the classroom, you find out that their minds are being trained and they want to learn faster. Now for short attention span, we have hands-on. I agree totally with what she said earlier. Now for the hands-on, you introduce flashcards. You show them a lot of things. Now with pictures and illustrations. I remember one time we had a nursery teacher, a playgroup teacher. She don't teach often, but she had a lot of flashcards and she had a lot of pictures she showed these children. And as little as they were there, they remembered everything she showed to them and the flashcards she showed to them. Now focus on mental health and wellness. We have painting. I want to understand that painting has a way to make their cognitive sense to be very, very active. So when you introduce painting to that child, the child learns. With painting, you learn alphabets, you learn a whole lot of things. Everything that comprises in learning, the child comes to learn. And also for the mental health, you can introduce group work. This child have this deficiency and you bring another child that is lost. This other child help this child to develop better. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. For comfort with technology, please let's listen. We are going with visual activity and audio content. Now we're not a teacher. In visual activity, we can a particular topic and go with stories. And for audio content, you can go with rhymes. When you talk about numbers, counting numbers, you go with rhymes. For comfort with technology. And for shorter attention span, we go with interactive activity. Now, we're in a situation where you need to interact with the child. And short attention span. Yes. You tell stories. For shorter attention span, we go with interactive activity. What I mean is, maybe you indulge the child in storytelling in the beginning of the lesson to draw the attention of the child to that lesson. But first of all, you make sure that the story you are telling is related to the topic you want to teach. And also group work. Children like that will want to be in a group work with their fellow children as well. Now when the child has the shorter attention span and you love that child in group work, like, okay, you and the child, you and the set of children, people should do this, do that. Some child can help that child too. Then focus on shorter attention span. You mentioned right. For shorter attention span, group work. Then for focus on mental health and well-being, autonomy and choice, and collaborating. Now, I use this collaborative in the sense that when I was in playgroup, I had a child like me, Chika. That child almost cost me my mental health. My mental health was at stake at that point. Now, this was the technique I used, this collaborative, because I found out that no matter what you do, I couldn't get that child. And based on the age of that child, there's a limit to what I can do to that child. So I use this technique and it worked for me. This collaborative is, I found out that, first of all, I prayed. And secondly, I think the prayer helped me. It works. Yes, it works. Talking about the child within the age of 2 years. So I can't hit the child. And there's a limit I can caution the child. I can't raise my voice to an extent because I'm dealing with a child of 2+. So I prayed. And I believe that prayer helped me because the prayer gave me an insight on how to follow this particular child. Then I found out that the child, along the line, loves singing and dancing. I do singing and dancing. Every morning I dance in the class. Different child development.
Are you getting me? And this takes me to maybe background. There are children that maybe it is in their village that they don't learn when others are learning. So your shouting will do no good. And that is why you have to observe. That's what we said. Teachers should always observe their learners. Now, for instance, when you always notice something about a particular child, you should relate. That can also reduce your shouting in the classroom. Because most of your shouting, the parents will have done it at home. Now, waiting for you to give them feedback, because like myself as a parent now, and the teacher tells me about my child's behavior in the classroom, just like some of us here too. Do you understand? Your child doesn't really like to write, he doesn't pay attention, he's very playful, and now I have gotten these information about you. So to me, it's like you're going to school, it's a waste. So when you come back home, I will do the shouting as your mother. Oh, so all the money I've been spending is just in vain. Children are not ready to sit, they're not ready to pay attention, neither are they even ready to take your whole phone home. So what do I do to these children? One, I engage them in an audiovisual teaching method, whereby I have already prepared it in an audio or visual form. You just play it and allow them to watch. You realize that because of their watching, they are talking to you as a teacher. Now, did you see that child? Did you see? Now you realize you have drawn the attention you have been struggling with. And also, if that is not also working, you can go on with what we call the outdoor activity or the field trip, where we go out and organize some games, competitions, Within them, you realize that these children could only be dull in the classroom, but outside they have other talents. So therefore, they discover, just like you said, they discover their other hidden talent. And on this, the teacher begins to work on it. I think I have just done it.
And I'll go back there. The extent he has to tell me things that I wasn't even expected to hear from him that happened in their school. So everything boils down to relationship. Believe you me, when you build this relationship with these children, if you're new in a class, children are coming from different families with different backgrounds and different auras and different challenges. It's only when you have this relationship with them that you're able to know how to handle them and how to impact. Because all we're doing is just impact lives. You're a teacher, people are learning one thing or the other from you. So it boils down to relationship. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. We've all learned from each other. We've said a home.
If you chase them, if you bully them, you fight them, they will run away. You chase them out. You can't teach them. They can't listen to you. So, like, I will just take a few that I remembered. You said, how many kids? I have 13 kids.
One more minute. 1 minute.
Second.
Okay, this is the cerebrum. This is ability for you to what? Remember. Think and remember. The cerebrum is called the thinking brain. So I'm going to play a game called a remembrance game. Now watch. Just take a look. Thanks to look at this. Take a look. Take a look. Okay. Now I'll take it away. Now can you tell me the items that are displayed on the tray? What color of pen?
There's a green pen, an orange pen, a black charger head. Okay, that's okay. Third black charger head, a yellow pen, and an orange pen. Also a black charger head, a red pen, a blue pen.
I saw an orange paper and the pens on it.
Okay, so they're actually correct. You see, there's a black charger head, there's a green pen, an orange pen, and a pink pen, and actually a pink tray, like you said. So the part of the brain that helps them to remember this is called what? Cerebrum. It's called what? Cerebrum. 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 Okay, thank you. Now can we have the second part of the brain, the cerebellum? Can you come forward, please? Okay, now the function of this brain is housing. Can we have one house, please? The function of this brain is housing what? Coordination. Coordination while you're moving, so you'll not be able to fall while moving. So, please, can you try to imagine a straight line? Can you walk on a straight line? Just walk on this line here. This line here. Can you walk on them? Just trying to maintain the line. Maintain the line. No, your eyes are open, yes. Maintain the line. Maintain the line. Please follow suit. Follow suit. No time.
That's good. And then come on, grandma's here.
Do you notice something? They are actually staggering while walking because they are trying to maintain that line. But did they fall? No. Did they fall? No. So this is your what? Cerebellum helping you to what? Coordinate your movements so that you will not what? Fall. Now let's have the third group, which is what? Brain stem. Now the brain stem helps in reflex action and involuntary actions. So I'm going to do something and watch the reaction. Did you see that? Okay. Okay. So I believe we all observe their reactions, right? Right? You see, the first person was shouted, ah! The other person reacted. So this is our brain stem helping us to respond to what? Reflex what? Action. Thank you.
Please, I need your attention here. Good day, everyone. This is the group 2, and we are here to make a presentation on hygiene.
When we talk about hygiene, we are talking about cleanliness, right? And we have the body cleanliness, we have the environment cleanliness, we have feeding habits, we also have the use of the restroom. For me, I will be demonstrating on how to take proper care of your body. 1, we have to bathe regularly, at least 2 times daily. With soap and water. And when I say water, I mean clean water. Secondly, after I must apply what? Body cream or lotion on my body to have a what? A mind skin. Okay, I also make use of my deodorants to apply my body odors. And make sure that I always do what? Brush my teeth. And cut my hair, I must also make sure that I have a new hair too. Always. Thank you. And this is my eye. Okay, these are my eyes.
Next, good afternoon, everyone. And the nose. Yes, we all know that the nose is one of the parts of the body, and the nose is used for smelling. My nose. Are we listening? Good afternoon, everyone. We have to talk about the ear. The ear is the organ of hearing, and it consists of the pedal, the auditory canal, and the ear drum. And it's used for hearing. Okay, and the ear is used for hearing, and can use to listen to music and perceive sounds.
Looking at in tech, bringing tech or infusing tech into the class can make or mark these students if they are not properly guided. Now this is where also we bring in the parents. The parents have to be top notch in this. Actually the parents have to do both the
You have to learn. It is possible. I'm telling you because I know it's worked for me. It's worked for a lot of people. And it's still working.
How did you
now,
navigate through that? That's the question. I don't
okay, now, let's start.
How did you navigate through that?
Good day, everyone. Good day. Please, my question goes with this one. In Ghana, did they used to write notes? Or photocopy and give them to go and study? Please. Alright.
We write notes.
Yes. You know why I ask this question? Please. Why I ask this question is this. There are some kids who write notes. They are looking at you. They are looking at you. What can you do? That is their first question. Come and start writing. You will sit there. You will get to the writing. Oh my love. Please can you write your words? My mom is calling me. That is really distracting. After making them to write in the next few seconds, go back to that. That person will be there is another thing that said, you put a child in this hand. See, let me say, I will shout and I will encourage you. Then I will get the exact thing that I wanted from you. We should, and one of the ways we can achieve that is to build relationship. So now we've been shouting. We move from shouting to not shouting. Be that maybe because of where they are individual homes. Most times when it's okay, I'll decide in my mind, oh, I'm not going to shout today. You come in the first 2 hours of the day, they will be, I'm just saying it's okay. And then before 12, definitely, we just see somebody.
I'm in the college here, in high school. Now you see various degrees of craziness in these children. You're instructing them to do something, and right in your belly before, they are twatting you, daring you, what would you do? That's a way for you. Sometimes you might be pushed to take one or two actions, but you remember where you are and you go down. Now, that lady asked the question, Miss Gloria, how did you navigate from being the one that used to shout to where you are at the moment that you want us to adopt? I really want to learn that aspect because as a man, sometimes I still scream at these children because of my manly figure. I just scream at them. They do what I want them to do. Later on, I call them together. Stop doing this. Would you always like me to scream at you before you get to do this? Now, see what I want you to do. I love you. I want you to succeed in life. Please always be obedient. And they'll say, sir, thank you, sir, thank you, sir, thank you. Now, tomorrow, the same thing has to repeat itself. Another time, so how do we navigate? That's actually the question I want answered to. Thank you.
Whereby, and because of their age, they have not really gotten to that point. How then do you handle this? Like I'm looking about from playroom to nursery 1 to nursery 2 at least. Where you have a year plus 2, 3, and 4. How do you navigate this?
So let's ask all the questions.
Thank you. I understand your ideology and how you want us to think. But I want to know, in your course of talking, you made mention of you as a class teacher, you have an assistant teacher, and you have a child manager. How many children are you teaching in your class?
Okay, so you want to ask
I started, reading a lot of things and realized that first, the kind of learner that we have in this age and time is not the type of learner that can be taught with that method. It will not work. You can't get them to do anything. Even if they do anything for you, they will do it pretentiously. They'll just do it to fulfill unrighteousness, to make you happy. You want me to copy notes, right? Copy, take your notes. And that's why you have a momentary respect. They just respect you now that you're looking at them. The next minute, do you get? They will always want to do something that will just please you at that moment, and then the next minute they will become who they really are. And that's why you will always go back to shout again. Yeah. Now, second, you have to build a relationship with them. There is nothing that love does not conquer.
I don't wanna say no more. Don't straight and go to it also. Can I so tired, but jelly pushing we love this up to gun to do some boy hot we loco. Hey, girl, turn around and go hand down the engine down. How to feel it cause I also想watch the start to the choke. This sounds for you, go down the touch, you're gonna trend to get it. Turn me
Have something that will drive you to begin to develop your professional career. The tendency of just leaving them behind and not even implementing any of them is there. So at this point, I want to encourage us to not waste these 3 days that we're going to spend here. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about classroom management, and I know it's very key as well because we have a lot of issues in the classroom. So we're going to look at that critically tomorrow and we'll learn from each other. So on that note, I want to say thank you so much.